Hello everybody. My gemstones are a complete mess. They're everywhere. To the point where they're so messy that I was thinking that I was hoping I could make something to keep them kind of like in a book of some sort where it would be just really easy to flip the pages and see the different gemstones that I have. So right now my gemstones are all in this little bin that I have. This is why I'm creating this book. Look at this mess. Look at how many gemstones I have. They're so unorganized. It's chaos. We gotta get this chaos organized. It's just gonna help me and it's gonna help my brain be able to handle this better. It's a mess. So I just thought that I would film me making this. That way if you're in the same boat that I am, maybe you could do kind of the same thing. I thought that I would start with this. I don't even know what this is, you guys. I got this thrifting at a thrift store. It was in a big package. Like there was probably like 100 of them in a package, but I don't know if you can tell. It's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, I don't think you can, well, maybe a little bit. But this side is like, it's like plastic, kind of laminated in plastic. And then this side is just like a regular cardstock. So I have a lot of this stuff. I thought that I would use this as my outside of the little booklet that I'm gonna make for my gemstones. So I'm gonna start by cutting off this little, the little holes on the side here. So I always, just a tip on when I'm using my paper cutter, I have the Martha Stewart paper cutter. I also have a large paper cutter that, you know, has a little handle that you go down and you cut the paper with. This is just, if I'm doing just a small project, this is a lot easier for me to just put on my desk, use really quick, and then put away. But one thing I found with these is if you start, at least for mine anyways, if you start down here, and you try to come at it and start your cut this way, sometimes I've had my paper right here crinkle up or rip or something. I don't know, maybe my blade, but my blade's pretty new, you guys. But so I always push in somewhere in the paper already, like not on the edge. And I go ahead and push in and then I'll like go up and then I'll come all the way back to the end. And I usually don't have any problems. It cuts off perfectly. So I don't know if you have that problem also, but just a tip there. It leaves me with this piece right here. I'm just gonna very simply fold it in half. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and, in my case, since I have this like plastic laminated cardstock, I think I'll just leave that on the outside. You know, just because. No rhyme or reason to it, just because. And here I am being super, like having to get it totally perfect. All right. So my next step is just going to be to take some, I think I'm gonna just go ahead and take, some regular, maybe construction paper on these that I'm gonna glue to the paper to actually put inside this book. I'm eventually gonna run out of them and I'm gonna, you know, rip this off and maybe put a different one in or something. Pages are sort of just temporary, like throwaway. So in this case, I think I'm gonna just go ahead and use just regular, maybe construction paper, because all I need it to do is hold my gemstones in place. So some construction paper here, and I just grabbed yellow. Again, no rhyme or reason why I grabbed yellow. I don't know, I guess in my mind I was like, oh, yellow, bright, pretty, happy. So I'm gonna go ahead here and give it a few marks. So I went ahead and I marked my edges just where I could see where I need to cut it to make it even with the outside of my book here. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these now. Okay, and again, so here's what I was talking about a while ago. I'm gonna go ahead and push in my blade in the middle, go all the way to the top, and then come back. And construction paper is already extremely temperamental, so I don't really expect this to cut just super amazingly anyways. Don't really super love construction paper, but for the sake of this, for the sake of me not wanting to waste my really good cardstock, I'm just gonna use this construction paper. So again, pushing in the middle. Woo, see, it did not like that one. It did not like that cut. Go over the top of it here. Come back. It's not a big deal in this case. I don't care that much, which is rare because normally I'm super anal about everything being perfect, but I don't really care. I'm just ripping gemstones off of this thing. All right, so I have my paper cut to the size that I need. It matches up with my outside cover. So now I'm just simply going to fold it in half so that I have a lot of pages. All right. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys, let's see, how many papers did I do? I just kind of eyeballed it. It looks like I did 4. So once I folded it, I'll have double the amount of pages I actually cut. And then I can always use front and back, so I have plenty of pages for this. All right, one last time, gonna make sure I just got that really good. All right, perfect. So here you have it. I've got my little book. Again, if you wanna go and trim your edges and make it nice and perfect, you definitely can. In my case, once again, I don't really care because I just needed to store my gemstones for me. And I'm planning on, you know, these papers in the middle not even lasting. So no big deal to me. If you wanna cut it, you go for it. All right, so now I'm just gonna put a staple here, a staple here. I would recommend, if you have the stapler that has the long, I don't even know what you call it, head or whatever of the stapler, to go ahead and make your staples here, but I don't currently have mine anywhere near me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my regular staple, and I'm just gonna staple it on the outside. All right, so there we have it. Got my staples in there. All right, so now it's gonna be, it's like buying a new book. You have to kind of bend the edge of your book to get it to work with you. So this is what I'm working with. This is what I'm gonna try to get organized. One thing I do wanna say, go check out some of my other videos. I am a pocket letterer. I like to make pocket letters. So the reason I have so many of these like little odds and end gemstones is because my pocket letter pals have sent me just different little samples of gemstones, which I absolutely love. I have such a variety. It makes me super happy just looking at them. But it does leave you with these little remainders of the gemstones. So that's one reason that I'm making this book, is just to get all of these little ones organized. And like, for example, you can see here, this was from 2 different pocket letter pals, but look, they're the same gemstones. So I can just get them on the same page together and just do it that way. It's gonna just help me really organize my stuff. So let's do it. All right, guys, there you have it. I'm done. It's way so much more organized than my little bucket that I had them all laying in is. So here it is. You can see it becomes pretty thick because I've got all the gemstones in there. And this is just gonna make it so much easier for me when I'm crafting and I wanna get some gemstones. I color categorized them. You can do whatever you want. I mean, you could, as I was doing it, I thought if I wanted to, I could have separated like the actual gemstones from the pearl stones. But I just did color because usually when I'm working with happy mail or pocket letters, I have a color theme going, so I could just have them all here on the same page when I needed them. These are kind of hard. They look green, but they're actually, these are my blues. There. And then all of my white and silver. And I just had a bunch of kind of mishmash here at the end, but I still have pages. So if I get other colors or if I end up using a page and it is all messed up, I can just rip it out. But yeah, so this is it. So all of you probably saw me cutting off the excess little plastic that's behind it that I didn't need. I am actually going to save this stuff because this is really good to use whenever I make my own like pop-up stickers and I send them to my friends in Happy Mail. You can use this as your backing for your pop-up stickers. So that is it. I know it's a very simple concept, but I've been meaning to do it for a really long time, and I'm really happy that I did, and it's done, and I can just stick it somewhere in my craft area and it's nice and organized, and it's just gonna be so much easier to work with now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Maybe it is simple, but maybe you're like, oh duh, I didn't think of that. So hopefully it helps some of you guys out. Guys, please subscribe. I post crafty stuff, happy mail, pocket letters, thrifting, all kinds of fun stuff. So if you would subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. I hope everybody has an awesome day. Bye.